know when it's coming. So this will be due on Monday. We have it was the I think I signed it yesterday. Finance 6.2 number 2. So finish it. It should be close to done. We already went over 1, 2, and 3 on the video. So if you weren't here, the video from yesterday, we'll talk about it. All right. So, real life math Friday. Yes? Okay. Let's talk about something that you all will probably in the next few years have to get. Facebook. No. MySpace, yeah, sure. No, you all might at some point right now, I would imagine the majority of you are under your parents' medical insurance. Agree? I know some of you might have a job that has insurance that's offered. Great. So, what is the reason for insurance, and what should you get would be enough? Insurance is built on emotions. That's all it's built on. It's just an emotional grab for your money. Okay? Now, yes, it is a necessity. It is something that you do want because, let's face it, you can chalk up bills at a hospital if you ever have to go to a hospital that are pretty expensive. Now, there's a few things that you need to know about medical bills. Okay? Let's say you go to the hospital for whatever reason. Let's say you ring up a bill of $35,000, and let's say you do not have insurance. Okay? By federal law, medical establishments cannot charge you interest on what you owe. Okay? Now, you have to pay it, but you can basically set up a payment plan saying, I can pay $10 per month. Okay? Now, the person at the other end, you might hear some sarcasm in their voice, but $10 a month for a $35,000 bill, it's going to take you many months to get that paid off. But they cannot charge you interest. Okay? That's huge. So basically, if you ever got to a point in your life where for some reason you did not have insurance, just realize you call their billing thing saying, I'm in a really bad way. This is all I can pay per month. And you just start paying it each month. Okay, now this is a debt that is owed. Debt. D. It's a debt that's owed. D-E. Okay? I'm not even going to worry about it. So it is owed, but they can't charge you interest. That's pretty huge to know. Okay? And this doesn't matter if you have insurance or not, because a lot of insurances will have some sort of deductible you have to pay. The deductible does not have interest tagged to it as well. Federal law. Okay? Unless something changes, this is not something that they can just blast you with. Okay. Now, let's talk about, and then we'll take a look at the Colorado Health Exchange. Let's say you get your job and you have option A for insurance and you have option B for insurance. Okay? Option A is going to cost you $800 per month, and you would pay you might have let's go with a $3,000 deductible. And I'm just trying to make up some numbers that we could do. Okay, what this basically means is out of every paycheck, you're having $800 taken out for medical insurance. The nice thing about medical insurance, it is a tax deduction. Okay, and you have a $3,000 deductible, which means you go in to get something done, you have to pay for the first $3,000. After that, they will then pay they will pay for you to be done. Okay. So let's do this. If you have a calculator, including your cell phone, what is 800 times 12? 9,600. So 9,600 is what you're going to pay per month. And then if you did indeed need health care, you're looking like you would be $12,600 that basically could come out of your pocket. Just sit right there. Okay? So that's your first option. Okay? Option B has something called a health savings account that you can create. A lot of times you hear this as something called an HSA. Okay? And this becomes a debit card that you create a bank account. Now let me talk about an HSA a little bit for you. This is triple protected from taxes. Okay? What I mean is the money you put into an HSA lowers your taxes, your yearly taxes. Okay? So if you made $100,000 a year, you put in the standard deduction, the maximum standard deduction, which I believe is $7,200. So in your taxes, your taxable income would not be the $100,000. It'd be the $100,000 minus $7,200. Okay, which lowers what you pay in taxes. Okay, interest that is made on HSAs is not taxable. And then what you use it for is also not taxable. Now, an HSA, until you are 59 and a half years old, has to be used on medical expenses. Once you turn 59 and a half years old, 59 and 6 months, you can use it on whatever you want. I just said it's triple protected. Whatever you put into it, it lowers your taxes. Whatever the interest made is not taxable, and whatever you spend it on doesn't become an income that you have to claim. It's triple protected. Okay, now it doesn't earn a lot of interest, but it's triple protected. It can be part of your portfolio. Yeah.
Is there a maximum payment that you can put into it?
Yeah, each year, and it increases each year. I believe this year with employee plus family, I believe you can put up to $7,200 in, or $3,600 per individual. Okay. There are times that they will offer a one-time build-up process that you can drop a larger sum into, and that becomes non-taxable as well. But you kind of have to watch for it. It's not necessarily advertised. Okay. All right. So option B has a health savings account. Again, that health savings account is something that comes with it. Sometimes you might have a job that might put money in, or they might match what you put into the health savings account, which I'm not a fan of, but I am a fan of. And this is why I'm not a fan of it. So Cherry Creek Schools, on my health savings account, they put half of the money in, and then I put the other half in. That means I can't deduct the true value of the $7,200, or for me, it's $3,600 because my wife has her own and her to the kids. But because Cherry Creek Schools gives me a certain amount of money that goes into my health savings account, that part that they put in does not lower my taxable income. So I look at it as taxes. Okay? And that I just like playing the game with that. All right. Now, so option A, $800 a month, $3,000 deductible. you could have a total of $12,600 per year. Okay? Option B is going to cost you $2,000 or $200 per month. Okay? Seems a little bit better than option A so far, right? Paying a heck of a lot less per month, yes? The deductible on this is going to be $8,000 deductible. Okay? What that means is that health savings account, I have to ring up $8,000 in bills that I have to pay out of pocket for before the medical insurance starts covering all of it. Yeah.
Is that 8,000 per year? Or
per year. Per year. Per year. Okay? Now, someone do me a favor. What is that? That's 2,400. Agree? And then plus the 8,000. So, my out of pocket, if I had to use it, is going to cost me $10,400. Okay? So the out of pocket for option B is really good. But here's where option B, so this high deductible has to take place for a health savings account to be used or that you could save in. Okay? So if you look at your yearly payout, you could pay $12,600 if you truly needed to use your health insurance, or you could pay $10,400 maximum per year, and you saved money. Now, if you look at the two, we are talking about a difference in cost, $2,400. Did that math right? No, take it back. Take it back. Take it back, Stirrup. 2,200. The difference in the year is 2,200. Now, I'm just giving you, a basic made up in my mind situation. So health savings account, this is where people freak out because they can't do math. They look at the $8,000 deductible versus the $3,000 deductible, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's so much more money. No. Option A costs you more if you had to use your insurance per year than option B. Oh, no, but I couldn't come up with $8,000. Okay, what did I say originally in this whole process about medical expenses? No interest. You set up a payment plan to pay it back. Okay? I kid you not. My wife and I, 16 years ago, started a health savings account. And it made sense to us to do it. Now, friends, I feel pretty blessed because I've had relatively healthy years. My wife as well, my daughters as well, have had healthy years. So, other things that about option A and option B insurance. Regular yearly checkup exams are typically free. They're covered. You need to go just get a yearly checkup to make sure your blood's good. Now, there might be a handful of tests that they might do that they might let you know, hey, I want to do a hemoglobin test, and this is not covered under this, so you'd have to pay $125 for it, which goes towards your deductible. Okay, so you figure out some of those things. Now, I'm not a big fan of saying to a doctor, are you sure you need to do that test? I mean, I realize you went to medical school and everything, and we call you doctor, but do you really need to make it? I'm not a big fan of that. I look at my doctor is a doctor. Yes, they are practicing medicine. They're not pros at it. They're only practicing medicine. So are there certain tests that maybe I should say, yeah, I should pay for that? Sure. Are there other tests that I look at going, is that really totally necessary? Do you really need to look at my toenails and take a toenail clipping from me and send it in to make sure I don't have fungus in my toes? I don't give a crap if I have fungus in my toes. If I do, I'm going to go walk around in the ocean and I'll get rid of it. Okay? So, insurance. Option B seems like a really incredible situation. The scary thing is that $8,000 deductible. I remember when this school district, when I first got here, they had the HSA that rolled over from when I was down in Douglas County at Chaparral. I got here and they had one plan that was a super high deductible that I could still apply my HSA, put money towards it, but the district was not really supporting it. It was kind of like I had 4 different plans to choose from, and they had the breakdown of, this percent of people in our district have this, this, and this. The health savings account plan, the real high deductible, low monthly, there was like less than 1% of the teachers in this district that were using it. And I went and I presented to some of these people going, guys, I'm telling people in this math department, I said, guys, you have a degree in math. Yeah. Dude, switch to this. Oh, no way. You can't do it. Guys, realize this. Your option A, if you had to use your insurance, you're actually paying more per year than option B, or in this case, my scenario, option D. Oh, no, that frightens me. I couldn't have a deductible. And I mean, I'm sitting there looking in math teachers who are still in this department, right in their face, saying, dude, option A is gypping you. Oh, yeah, but it's only $3,000 deductible. It's so much better to have that. But you're paying more per month. Yeah, but I prefer to have a lower deductible. But your yearly cost is less with option B, and you get to save in a triple protected health savings account. Oh, no, I wouldn't want to do that. And don't get me wrong, I have the utmost respect for the people I work with. But it was so. Now, there were some of the teachers I'm telling about going, hell yeah, I'm in. How do I sign up for that? I want to be part of it. But there was a lot of teachers. Then I became the pro on health savings accounts for this Cherry Creek High School. I had teachers, I had no idea who they were. It's like, get an email, hey, can I come talk to you about this health savings account? Going, I don't know who this person is. And I go back on our website going, oh, they teach in the East building. I don't know much that goes on in the East building. I'm a prima donna in the West building. But I had a lot of people come to me. Then the district, over the years, has adjusted it to where you have 2 options and you still have the health savings account, plus the district puts into your health savings account, which again, I fight with because my wife is really smart. I mean, I married somebody who's like 10 times smarter than I am. And when my wife crunches numbers, and I'm sitting there looking at it going, okay, I get it. I understand. I trust you. And I look at what we've been able to do in our marriage. It absolutely floors me how well my wife did with that. So again, you're going to be given, and please know this, once you're my student, you're always my student. I don't care if you're out of college 5 years, 7 years, 10 years from now. Either send me an email, call me, or show up here. Let's sit down with me. If you want me to take a look at your options and break the money down for you, show you how it works, the lesser amount per month insurance plan is always a good gamble. Now, here's things that people don't know about health savings account. Okay, there's a couple of different things. So let's talk about the HSA versus the FSA. Okay, the FSA is something that you put money in. You put money in each month, and by the end of the year, if you didn't use the money, you lose it. Okay, so I don't know, some of your families might have had FSA plan, and right around December, you'd get home and you'd be like, Why did you buy 600 boxes of Band-Aids? Because you use it for medical or you lose it. I kid you not. I don't know if any of you were ever subjected to that. It might not just be Band-Aids. You might have came home going, you bought 45 gallons of cough syrup? Yeah. Why? Well, if I didn't spend it, the federal government keeps it. Okay? Other things that FSA goes for. You can use it towards child care. Okay? You can use it towards medical expenses. You can use it on. But this is, you put money in, whatever. So let's say you put $10,000 in a year. It's all tax sheltered and stuff like that. So it does do the things that you want it to. Well, let's say you only use 9,000 of it. Well, you just gave $1,000 to the U.S. government for free. It doesn't roll over. An HSA, very similar tax structure, it rolls over. Okay? If I put the $7,200 maximum in, or actually in my case the $3,600 in mine, my wife does the $3,600 in hers. It's $3,600 is $7,200 per household. Okay? If we don't use that money the following year, we build on more. We keep that $7,200 between the two of ours, and it builds more. And we put the maximum in. And it keeps going. It keeps going, keeps going, keeps going, going. And when I turned 59 and a half, I got my eye on a 67 Corvette. I think I'm going to have to go buy that and not worry about the taxes I paid. I have that because my triple protected. And I'm being somewhat sarcastic, but I'm being halfway serious. There gets to be a point with a health savings account as you're progressively saving. It's part of your portfolio. I've shown you different ways that you can save money. There's a lot of different ways to play. You have all heard and we've all been subjected to a whole bunch of media BS to try and get you to sway you one way or the other on political candidates. Do you agree with me saying that? I don't care if you like the person who's in office or you don't like, or you're kind of like whatever. I don't care. We've all been subjected to different things that people are saying, this is bad, bad, bad. Okay? We heard the whole thing with Trump going, he didn't pay anything in taxes. Really? He didn't pay anything? He didn't pay anything. Are you sure he didn't pay anything? He didn't pay anything. Where's your information? Well, he didn't pay anything. How can you tell me he didn't pay anything? And I'm not trying to defend Trump. I'm just saying, I know that it was thrown at us. Okay? Crying out loud. I kept saying Barack Obama was not born in the United States, so should not have been president. Are you sure? Yeah, there's a birth certificate. Where? Well, there is one. From where? It's from Kenya. Did you see it? No, but it is from there. How do you know? Well, it was there. I'm arguing with somebody who has no foundation. So what it comes down to, I am not trying to sway anybody on any type of political candidates. But what you do is you find the best way to save for you towards the rest of your life. Okay? Each administration that comes in will slightly change things that take place. The tax code changes slightly. It sways it this way or that way. But if you bend with the wind and you realize how it goes, you can benefit from taxes. So you have, this is not dealing with medical insurance, but IRA, individual retirement account. There's multiple types. One of them is a Roth. One of them is a traditional. There's others, but we're just going to call it this. The Roth, you pay taxes of today, and then whatever it increases to, and you draw from, you don't pay the taxes later. The traditional, you don't pay taxes today, it goes against your taxes, meaning it lowers your taxable income, but you pay taxes at the end. Okay? So as you draw it out, so if you went and said, I want to take $50,000 out of my traditional IRA, that's whatever you made for the year plus $50,000 is a taxable income. If you went into a Roth IRA and said, I want to pull $50,000 out, if you made $100,000, the federal government sees that you made $100,000, not $150,000. So you don't pay taxes on it once you pull it out. So what's the better to do? There's reasoning I can give you on both. I can't guarantee which is the perfect one. But I want to log into, who was our first salesman we dealt with? Rex. All right. So this is available. You can play around with this if you ever want to. Talk to your parents about it. But it's called the Colorado Health Exchange. Okay. This was developed mainly for President Barack Obama. Okay. When they said we want health care for all, these health exchanges took place. And I'm not trying to tell you that you should be for or against a person. I'm just telling you which organizations came out with this. But I'm going to call it the Colorado Health Exchange, health insurance. Connect for Health Colorado. They will have this for any state USA. Okay? So you can log in. You can just say, I just want to get started. I want to be a new customer. And we are going to, okay, this is all good. It's all fun information. Gives you a video. Okay, good. A new customer. Get started. Explore plans. Compare costs and plans. All right. So let's have fun. We're making fun of Rex. Is that okay? Rex. Sex. Male. Rex was born. What year should Rex be born? He was born in 3 what? 03 what? How old should Rex be?
He's immortal. I don't think he's a
4 BC. 1980. All right. Rex is a 1980 child. And you know what? Rex, he loves that tobacco. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. If you get health insurance and you said that you were not a tobacco user, and all of a sudden you are hospitalized because you have a tobacco-related problem, you got lung cancer from smoking cigarettes. Okay? The health insurance might not cover you. All right, so some basics. Okay, so Rex, he lives at Cherry Creek High School, which is Arapahoe County, and he wants his coverage to start in May. Rex isn't worried about financial help. And we're going to continue. Okay? So, here's something to kind of think about. Do you rarely go to the doctor? Do you go to the doctor because you sometimes have to? Are you a hypochondriac and you wind up to the doctor every time, something doesn't feel right? I don't know. Who's Rex? Is he a low, medium, or high person? Oh, Rex is 40. As long as he has his snaps and point at you down, he should be good. So we're going to call him a low use person. Okay? Low use, 1 visit with a doctor, outpatient, 0 days in the hospital. Okay. Free preventative services and screenings I told you about. Okay, this looks pretty good. Rex doesn't need that much insurance. Rex doesn't know any doctors. He did sell a couch to a doctor a few years back. And let's see. Rex isn't on any medications that he knows of. Okay, says, great, Rex. We found 135 plans for you. This looks great. Rex has some choosing. Okay, got it. All right. So, is the first one the best one? I don't know. Let's take a look what this is. Rex is going to drop $265.11. They're estimating a yearly cost of $39.20 per year. It's a high deductible plan. Look at this. He has to come up with $85.50. So if he qualifies for the HSA, that means he'll have to pay $85.50 on top of the $39.20. Okay, but I don't know. This plan looks pretty good for Rex. I don't have to go too much further. So we're just going to compare this. Okay, so this is called a Bronze Standard RX Copay. So certain things that might not jump in on this is you might wind up paying a lot more for prescriptions if you need them. But again, the prescriptions can be used. You can use your HSA to pay for those as you start saving. All right, so $8,500. Rex is feeling pretty good about stuff, but we want to find another plan. And we said, what, we found 35 plans? This looks great. Let's go to the first and the last. It's 35th plan. Okay. So this one Rex has to be cautious with. It's going to cost me $348.01 per month. And he has to drop $6,500. That's fantastic. It looks like he's going to drop $47.54 per year. He feels a little bit better because his deductible is a little bit lower. Wasn't the last one $8,000? This one's $6,500. He feels a little bit better about himself. Okay? So he knows no idea about the Oscar Bronze plan. And he knows no idea about the other one. So let's see. I think we can now compare our plans. Compare the two plans to each other. Okay. So you have Denver Health Medical Plan and Oscar. All right. So first plan looking like a yearly estimate of just under $4,000. The other one has a yearly plan of approaching $4,800. Premium $265.11 versus $3,401. $8,500 deductible versus $6,500 deductible. Annual out-of-pocket maximum $8,550 for plan one, $8,700. Now, here's where we need to start seeing about where do we feel comfortable with our plan. So you start just saying, okay, my generic drugs are $60 versus $30. Okay, a lot of the drugs, blood pressure medication, thyroid medication, high blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication. A lot of these have been around for a long time. There's usually some sort of generic. Specialty 710, Specialty 700. Okay, this is the Cadillacs of drugs, which aren't always better. Preferred brand drugs, 175 versus 300. Non-preferred brand drugs, 275 to 500. Specialist visit, Specialist here, I'm gonna have to drop $90 after copay after deductible. So you hit your deductible plus you have to pay $90 on top of it. Oh, okay. Preventative care screening immunization. There's no charge. Looks like good. Primary care for injury. $50 charge. Telehealth, if you call the nurse's line. Doesn't look like this plan has that. This plan looks like you drop $90 copay after the deductible. Inpatient physician and surgical services. 50% co-insurance. Okay, so this one's pointing to you want to have a secondary insurance plan. Okay, geez. It's a good thing Rex actually read the small print. All right, so Okay, Rex. What do you think Rex should choose? Rex is 41 years old, single, got a sweet BMW he's leased, shirt and tie. Looks good. He drops his shirts off every week to the dry cleaner. He's a spiffy dude. I don't know. I mean, Rex realizes probably should have medical insurance because, you know, he got into the softball league and he might have been a pretty good baseball player back in the day. Now he's in this adult league that everyone thinks that they're, you know, going to get, you know, the major leagues are going to come in and take a look at you going, wow, you really are a really good softball player. No. He played softball twice a week and he got into a bowling league. I bet you Rex chooses the $39.20 per year plan. Knowing how Rex is, without the right guidance, he's not going to take advantage of the health savings account. Why should I say for that one? Stirrup already said 0% interest. Most of society will look at, why should I save when somebody else will do it for me? But health insurance is definitely a big thing. At some point, and as I said, probably in the next 1 to 6, maybe 1 to 7 years, you're going to be, here's what we have. Again, my friends, if you ever need me, let me know. Come talk to me. Show me what your two plans are. Okay? I've heard arguments on both sides. But I can show you financially which one could make the most sense for you. So, questions for me?